Following an intense dry spell, St. Lucia welcomed the start of the rainy season with much-needed downpours. The rain has been a relief for the Water and Sewage Company, Wasco, whose reserves were severely depleted by the drought. However, despite the recent wet weather, Wasco's Chief Operations Officer, Ali Anthony, warns that some residents may still face water shortages.
From a utility standpoint, it's welcomed rains, as I said earlier. However, the rains need to continue. As you would imagine, we had a lot of overland flow, so our aquifers are not really charged as yet. Hence the reason why a lot of our rural systems are still not performing as well. Even some of our larger systems are still not performing as well as expected. The rains need to continue. So even though we have received some heavy rains, it needs to continue.
Anthony points to a storage capacity issue.
If you were to ask yourself that question, how comes it fills so quickly? You'd realize it does not have as much storage space as it's supposed to have. So that's why it's filled up so quickly. But we now have a bit more water from GCD. However, the other catchments are not doing as well.
It should be noted that St. Lucia remains under a water emergency order.
The declaration order is still in effect. It has not been lifted yet. So the WRMA and the Ministry of Agriculture, they're mandated to act on this. But so far from what we're seeing, the rains that we have gotten is not enough. We would still like the general public to conserve water. Okay, the aquifers have not yet charged, so the rains have not created the effect that we would like. So we need to continue. Well, we would prefer, or would be happy to have more rain still. You would also realize that the small intakes, apart from GCD, the river flows are not higher. So that's a sign that the aquifers are not yet charged. So you still need to conserve water. We are still in a drought-related emergency, and we need to be cognizant of the way we utilize our water sources.
The most affected areas in the ongoing water emergency are the Hill 20 plant, Miku, Deriso, Bellevue, Tukuso in Labrie, and Choiseul Saltibus.
Is Wasco doing any trucking of water in these areas, and how frequently is that being done?
Yes, we still continue with our trucking. Thankfully, it's not as aggressive as it was during the dry periods because we got a marginal increase. But we still do valving, we still do trucking to those areas on an as-need basis.
Wasco reminds the general public to use water judiciously as the declaration order remains in place.